Hey, what's up, world? Welcome to another episode on the Kingdom of Kings and Queen podcast. I am the poet who didn't know it.
I am Young King.
I'm Miss Me.
And I'm Queen Sheba. This week we'll be talking about at what point in a relationship do you just let it go?
You don't want to expound on, you just... Because me personally, in a relationship, once you've noticed that you're basically or more or less being tolerated, then appreciated or wanted, then I think you should first and foremost have a conversation about it, not just, nullify the whole thing, but try to have a conversation about it. And if you can't move past or you can't see any growth past that conversation, then I think at that point you should look into doing what's best for yourself. Because, people nowadays, they'll try to make you feel like you crazy in the situation, right, when the whole time, they really don't want to be with you, but it's comfortable for
exactly.
Right,
they don't want to see you with nobody else.
That, or they don't want to lose what you bring
to the table.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
The benefits.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I think once you have that conversation and once you figure out your needs, or if that person say, I'm not going to meet your needs, whether they verbalize it or they show you that they're not going to meet your needs, then cut time. It may be kids involved, maybe years involved, but at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for yourself.
Yeah, boy, goddamn, just run off on.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and that's what you guys were talking about, once you have time invested into a relationship. I was, when I think about, at what point do you just let it go? I was thinking more so like in the initial phases when you meet somebody and you're not
ghosted.
I don't know.
The second conversation,
Yep.
But see, that to me, that's when you know you love somebody, because you would let that person get away with somebody else. Your head would have been off with his head, off with his head. Been roll, you know what I mean?
Man.
But now you know you love somebody versus, like you said, at the beginning stage, how far you feel anything?
No, man. It goes back to the first part of Mask On, Mask Off, when the 5 stages of love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It all ties back to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really does.
You're working through the stages still.
Mm-hmm.
You're breathing too hard while you eating, bitch. Bye.
Oh, man. Man, I don't even like the way you just blink your eye. You know what? I don't even like the way you just blink your eye, man. You know what I'm saying?
Me my co-worker.
Hey, look, I got a good evening.
So she tell me about some of her little dates and stuff she go on. And it'll be, oh, he's short.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's short.
I can't think of like one of the craziest things she ever told me. Like,
he's short.
Your stomach big. All the dudes didn't try to talk to you stomach big.
Oh, man.
I'm not talking to him.
I'm just saying, the dude, like, she told like her last dude, like, he had a big stomach. So like the dude tried to talk to her from like the dialysis center or something.
God.
I can't never in his stomach big. You just was in the hole. You know what I be telling her? But we all have our little list of things or whatever.
Because you don't,
I be teasing about that.
You learn from previous relationships what you don't want in your next.
Check.
So you might,
You
like you said, if you love a person, there's things you're going to put up with. I ain't in love with you yet. So that's
right, so that goes back to what she was saying. Yep. That's what she was saying from the beginning.
You can eat off my plate, but in the beginning, you eat off my plate? Nope, bye.
Man, she told me what. I'm sorry, y'all, but it's just funny, right? It said, went to like a little bowling alley or something. So she ordered some food, and it wasn't right, so she told them to take it back. They took it. They were going to take it back. Brought her some more food. She looked down. Dude she just met, he dipping in the ketchup and everything on her plate. I thought that was the funny thing in the world. And it's hard out there, I see, for single people.
You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, yo, let me replay this whole situation.
No, she didn't just.
I just
reach over here and grab
come here real fast. Hey, I just ordered from you, right? I got it from you. Okay, and then you brought it over here to me, and I was saying thank you or whatever I was saying, and what the hell you doing? Going in here, that was for me.
When I went to
No,
bowl, I
you
came
got-
back.
I don't
I
know
seen
you,
the
man.
pieces
She
on
stayed the whole time.
back.
She stayed the whole time. Like, why
Oh
you?
no,
Yeah.
right there off the muscle,
You were supposed to go out the door.
off the
Yeah.
And
muscle.
she went the way he was. I was like, girl, you supposed to answer for gas money and everything.
Well, you know it is a
Eat my
shortage.
food.
It is a shortage of men out there, Joe. You know what I'm saying? We
Boy.
are the
Gotta take
minority
what we
now,
get.
so.
Mhm.
You know, yeah,
But,
y'all boys just out there playing the game, man. Hey, have fun, but be careful, cause you gonna get one on crunk up.
We still didn't get your aspect or perspective on when do you sever ties in a relationship.
I think it varies. Like she
See.
said, on the initial phase, if you feel the energy is off, yeah, you know, this is what it is, and we need to cut this right here. But if you've invested time, if you've started that transition into love, you know what I mean, you might say, like you said earlier, you know, hey, what she bringing to the table that I might need this to complete me.
Right.
And she might have the same thoughts, you know what I mean? We are together, we are working to build.
But that's a team, though.
Yeah.
Right.
The quarterback throw it,
So what I'm
receiver
saying
catch
is,
it.
what I'm saying with that is, there might be some actions that each individual might make throughout the course of life that may kind of disrupt that energy. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
But y'all still got that understanding of we
But
work.
that's the main thing,
Yeah,
what you
right.
just
That
said.
Right. You gotta have that
Understanding.
understanding.
Understanding the key in any relationship. I don't care what it is. If we like even in doing this, if we don't have understanding, we have chaos.
Well,
Since you
again,
started.
I'm gonna rebut you right there and say that the communication, our very first episode, is the foundation of all relationships.
I
Because-
do agree with that because you know that was one of my points that I made. But in just seeing a couple of different things, watching other podcasts since we started, and even in my heart, my personal belief is that you got to have the understanding because that's the key thing. Like we can communicate, but it's like I said one time before. I might be saying. We can all see that they're red, but you want to believe. I can say, baby, you look beautiful, but I don't like when you do this. But you gonna go with the negative part. You left the part that I love you part, and then just went straight to the negative, and now we on some other stuff. So if we got understanding, you understand when I'm saying what I'm saying to you. It's not coming from a
Negative
hateful,
place,
or
right.
none of that. I'm trying to build with you.
Exactly.
So that's why I say understanding versus communicating. Because we could talk all day, but if it ain't got on resting up here,
But the thing
what
with
we
that is,
doing?
without being able to articulate it or communicate it, you can't get an understanding of it. So that's why I say communication is the foundation. You dig what I'm saying? Because in order for me to relay that message or to get you to see my picture, I have to say it. I have to
Right.
paint this picture for you to understand it, and that starts with me being able to articulate my words and deliver a picture that you can understand and go with.
But you can say that. You can say
I can play
what you want
crazy.
to. Right, and then
Right.
it's up to me on how I'm interpret it.
Right.
So that's where the
Exactly, and
understanding
that's-
comes in.
Right.
So
They go hand in hand.
Mhm.
But you working through that communication, you're working to find that level playing field.
mhm.
But as far as relationship, what about our relationship within the dynamic of America? When will we sabotage? Because just like we saying, we'd have been in a relationship for over 400 plus years, and we still want to hold on to what are supposed to be the gifts. Just say like this man and a woman. Whether it's the man or the woman giving the gifts and this, that, and the third, but at the same time they beat us, they abuse us. You will be looking at that relationship saying, why he with her or why she with him and not leaving. But with our relationship with society, we talk about going to vote and that's how you change things on the local level. They don't respect the Constitution, so what the local level got to do with anything if they ain't respected it on the national level?
Right.
Right.
But I didn't go to college, but we got people that went to college. We got so-called black leaders that get on TV and tell us that we need to be getting to the voting poll. We need to be doing these things. But what about those things have changed or furthered us as a people? I ain't talking about the councilman and this, that, and the third. They riding good, but when do we get in our mind to know that it's time to sever ties with wanting to be a part of society instead of building start building the the black communities that they had back in the day, because it was more than just what happened in Oklahoma. They had like 60 something.
Yeah.
But
Basically
how y'all
throughout
feel
the
about
US,
that?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that as a people we can do that because you can't really get all of us on the same accord. It's like I just feel like we so worried about you. I'm worried about you having more than me, or you having more than me, and we can't collectively come together.
Or I don't want you to know that I don't have what you have. I gotta act like I got what you got. So that's why I'm saying, I saw this thing, the girl said we got to get away from the baby mama culture and the Real Housewives culture and get back to the
Big
Bill
mama.
Cosby, the Huxtables, the different world, going to school,
Exactly.
things like that.
Yeah.
Back when they were showing shows like that, marriage rates were higher for black women. But when they engaged in the women's right movement, white women, they still kind of went up a little bit, but y'all marriage rate went down because it was systematically done to where they gave the jobs to the women and the guns and the drugs, and not even just putting it in the communities. They planted stuff on people, and it's proven.
Yep.
And we still keep wanting to. They ain't giving us no justice. They ain't gonna give you no justice. They keep telling us to go vote. Voting is not doing anything for us. If they don't respect us and the Constitution don't apply to us, so what local government, how is that law going to apply if y'all understand where I'm going there with it? Why won't we just say we going to be done with that? And because you're abusing me in the relationship. You're using me up. You help me. I'm helping the country move through our blood, sweat, and tears just like they did our forefathers, but we can't see that.
Well, we're not going to be able to do that until you get like-minded individuals, because you're
Right.
going to have those. Okay, you want to start this community. I want to be a part of this community, but I don't want to put no work in.
Oh, no, you gotta stay
You,
with your
I mean, you have
Yeah.
people
You right.
like that. I want what you got, but
I
I
don't
don't want
wanna
to
do
put
no
forth the
work.
effort. You know, it's like
to breed jealousy.
you just gotta, you know,
But I'm
get
just
with some
saying
like-minded individuals.
that
Right.
part. That's why I'm about to hit back to what you just said. I'm just saying because I know everybody ain't gonna make it because
Oh no.
it's never every in every. You know what I mean? So it'll never be everybody on the same
Okay.
page. We can all watch the same. What's up?
I made, what was that one? It goes, I made a piece about that because it was everything isn't for everyone, but there's someone for everything.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? So you have to allow individuals to, be.
Yeah, but it's like I guess you just gonna have to have those forums where you can talk about it and get that buy-in. You can get a lot of people to buy in, but you also gonna
Action.
have those that they're just gonna buy in, but they're not gonna put forth
For the
work.
effort, right?
But you
But
start
to piggyback off of
crossing
your
the line,
your voting isn't doing anything for us. I understand and I know where you're coming from, but on the flip side, if we don't at least try,
we've been trying.
if we don't at least try, right?
We
You
doing
got
the
to play
same
the
thing.
game. You got to play the game to get ahead. So we got to play the game. We got to go and vote. We got to play this game, but
Yeah.
we also have to develop a contingency of individuals, like you both just said, like-minded
But
individuals
that's not happening.
it's
But then
happening. You just
gotta
don't know
run.
about it.
You gotta run and put your money behind somebody that's gonna make those changes. I get
Oh
that.
no, I ain't saying that. Cause the same people that they sending out there saying that they for us, they not for us.
Right, but you gotta get behind somebody that you know,
Oh,
or run ourselves.
Okay,
you
so-
know what I mean?
So what I'm saying is, we're talking about when do we
Somebody
sever?
local.
Right, I'm just saying when do we sever ties? That's
Right.
what we're talking. So when do we sever ties with a society that does nothing but take from us?
You can.
So I tried to. You can. We have to start. Like my thing is, first and foremost, we have to start with the black man and black woman, because until we get back on the same page, you can't. Hey, you won't have no unity.
Right.
When we fix it in the household, then we can start brother to brother, sister to sister. But you gotta, like they say, sweep around your own front door first. But what I'm saying is, we say go vote. So you go and vote, you get whoever in office. It don't matter whether it's Republican or Democrat. But you're talking about a local level government changing that, but they don't. The Constitution doesn't apply. You're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, but the average black person, just about every black person, you guilty until you proven innocent.
Yeah,
So,
the little white boy that's in trial
Oh,
right
right.
now. Yeah.
so
yeah,
what I'm
that-
saying is, they are showing you that we're not for you, and we still, like you saying, we still gotta go vote. But what is voting going to do if the Constitution doesn't apply to us? Isn't the Constitution supposed to be the highest the highest law of the land, right or wrong?
What I said is we have to continue to play the game, but we have to
And the game is
develop.
not furthering us. It's just like we saying, like I feel. So that's what we have to beg to differ, because like with the mask on thing, like they had a lady that
We
said,
probably wouldn't differ if I could finish my statement.
well, go ahead.
We have to develop a systematic system within ourselves of like-minded individuals, like you both said. Get with like-minded individuals and you build your own community. But in order to do that, like you said, you can't be worried about what they got and what they got, because 9 times out of 10, somebody gonna end up putting in more than somebody else in order to make things go. So you're not gonna get an equal split like everybody else. You know, it's gonna be some people that are gonna get, 50% more than what you got, because they put in 50% more than what you put in. You know what I mean? But a lot of people don't understand that, and that's where you have the confusion of, I knew it was a hustle, I knew you were trying to get over on me, and that's where we fall apart at, because we bring in currency. Once we bring in currency, all bets are off. I made a post on Facebook about, it was a picture that was floating and I passed it along. It says, if money is the root of all evil, why is it asked for at church? And I got several comments about, it's the love of money. That is correct. However, if money is associated with evil, why would it associate with something that is righteous? Everything that the church needs should be done by the community. This goes back to what you were saying, finding those like-minded individuals. Those individuals that want to dedicate their time and service to further whatever religion they believe in. You know what I mean? That's how that should be done. But it's not the way. You have some mega churches out here where I got to see your W-2s before, I got to show my W-2s before I can say, let you baptize me. Really? So basically, if I ain't got no money, I can't be saved on.
Not in their church.
Yeah, right. Not in this church.
Pay to join.
Mm-hmm.
That shocked me when I went to a service in Atlanta, a mega church.
Mm-hmm. And you can't just leave that church and go to another church.
You have to have like a membership training.
Mhm.
Just say you want to join.
Mm-hmm.
You get mentored for, I think it was 4 to 6 weeks.
You got to
And
be the
then
right kind of
you gotta
people.
have- you got to show your taxes.
Yep.
And all
And you got to give a certain amount of money. And if you say, oh, I go to this church down the street, you got to get permission first before you can leave the church.
Right.
And you still got to, you
Right.
might not
I
go
gotta
for
talk to
10
my
Sundays, you
pastor.
still got to pay your money.
I got to talk to my pastor before I make a decision. Hey, man, I'm just asking if you want to go hang out, man. I got to talk to my pastor.
the crazy thing, we was sitting in church. This church, I ain't gonna name it, one Sunday.
I already know.
And based off of if you're a visitor and what you tied or you gave to the church is where you sit.
Oh, wow.
The people that gave the most money, you sit down on the floor with the bishop.
Oh.
But if you just coming to visit, you're up in like the stands.
So that
Like
first visit is time to sever that tie.
Right.
Time to sever that tie on the
Right.
first
Like-
visit.
So,
But it was good service. It was good service. But after
You can watch it on
going-
TV.
After going about two months, kind of let it go.
Okay.
Yep.
So
well,
we're coming up to Thanksgiving.
yep.
Um,
And, you know what I'm saying, we're going to take a quick little break. And we're going to come back and talk to y'all more about, things that we're thankful for. You know what I mean?
We getting ready to wrap up. So before we get out of here, we coming up on Thanksgiving. So I guess we're gonna go around and see, what we all thankful for. And I guess I'll go first. And first and foremost, I'm thankful for health for myself and my family, friends and family.
Me, I'm thankful for life, health, and strength, my family, my husband.
Better be. I'm thankful for you too, baby. I'm so thankful.
All right.
Seriously, I'm thankful for family, health, and friends. And you know what I'm saying? I'm thankful that there are individuals that I know are working to make things better. You know what I mean? And that's to go back to what we was talking about in the last episode, well, the previous, you know what I'm saying? But there are individuals that are trying to make things better. You know what I'm saying? And I'm privy to know that, and everything isn't for everyone. We know that. Therefore, in due times, you will see. And you're going to say, man, this is how it's supposed to be.
Shit.
Okay. I'm saying thankful for my health, my family, all the opportunities that I have, that I've had, and the ones that are coming up. I'm thankful for pretty much everything.
It's a fun time of year for me. You know what I'm saying? As a kid, I remember, this time was when me and my dad was pulling all of the Christmas decorations out of the attic. You know what I'm saying? Because we was getting ready to set up the house for Christmas. And I mean, I remember me and Fish, my cousin. You know what I'm saying? Going through the Sears wish book, talking about, I got that. You know?
Did my page?
Yeah.
Right, this my page right here, the whole page right here.
They'll throw a book this thick, they'll throw it in hand. That's mine. That's my girlfriend. The broad penny says, God. God. But I'm thankful. I'm thankful for having a good mind. Because, like right now, that real big. It's been a big thing, but it's at the forefront now. Your mental space, mental awareness, and just having a good mind and not walking around on the street. I'm able to take care of myself, and I don't know. It's just like I tell more people when they say how are you, I say I'm alright. My eyes open, I can deal with the rest of it.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? So yeah, just my eyes opening up.
That's it. They ask me how you doing. I'm alive. So, what the hell I need to complain about? You don't want to hear it, no.
Good, right?
Right,
Ain't gonna
right.
do you no
You
good.
ain't gonna do no good.
Well, some people
right?
want to hear you complain just so they can be
Just
like,
got him.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I knew
Like
they ain't had me like
George
that.
said it in the other episode. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling them right now, they already got their mouth over here hooked to the Bluetooth.
He's
Spitting
shooting
it out of
bad. Yeah, he's shooting bad.
He's shooting bad. What is it? Hey, why he shooting bad?
He came over here asking for some sugar 2 days in a row. Boy,
Be
good
ready to
little
tell
move.
somebody.
I just said I'm not doing well. And she's shooting bad.
But I'm just thankful for everything, whether it's a good or bad, because I try to take a positive out of any situation, whether it be a negative. I try to, I know not to do that again.
Right, that's
Yeah.
a lesson you're learning.
Or
Exactly.
either if I see somebody else doing it, it didn't work.
Gotta
Then
shout
I
out
can
to
see where I can tweak.
Shout out to Unc up in Atlanta. I got that from him. We don't take losses. We learn. We take L's. We learn.
Shit,
Learn.
You know what I mean? We don't lose. We learn.
shit. That's the
Because
way to go with it.
anything that you lost during that thing can be replaced, unless it's your life. Then that's you can remorse complete.
Yeah. I just think we just need to have like a positive mindset, and like you said, with the good, you take the good with the bad, and just count it all joy, and be thankful for everything.
It'll be great if the world operated like that, but it's so sad that things don't affect us until it's at our front door.
Right.
And at one point in time, it used to be the village. So if you were hurt, whether I was hurt at my heart because you were close to me, I'm gonna do what I can to make sure y'all
Because
get through
we
the
all we
whenever.
got.
And it ain't the dog you and say, oh, they had to come over here and sleep or whatever the case may be.
Right.
We wanted to make sure you were okay.
Right.
Like now it's all about
I had to do this.
how they say it's all about in on everybody now, whether it's the female, hey, yeah, I'm gonna do these be bad today, and you know the bro, shit on them nigga tonight.
No
I
man.
got the rim cleaned up and it.
Well,
Why
I'm
I
trying
gotta
to
be
say,
about
boy,
that
I'm finna
instead
go
of
through this thing.
showing them how to
Sam,
come
boy.
up to that level? But like you said earlier, it's all about me having it and you not having it.
Too busy competing against each other.
Exactly.
Instead of
Trying to-
coming together.
Instead of working together, they treating it as a competition.
The same,
Everything.
the same way we be mad about them folk killing us, we gotta start being mad about how we treating us.
Exactly.
And I understand that it's a systematic thing done to us, but how long you use that excuse before you
Exactly.
start to be the change? You know what I mean?
Right.
We gotta stop all that. Oh, he working on me. When you know you're wrong.
Exactly.
Oh hell, he working on me.
You
Just
wrong,
don't
wrong.
work.
Shit.
Been working on it for a long time. You find you a new mechanic. And when I'm saying he, that's the religion. You know, you gotta find you something else to do. Cause evidently it ain't working for you.
Right.
You still working on you.
No man.
If anything, he shouldn't. Did my thing. Everybody always praying,
Hmm.
but you'll put effort into what you want to put effort
Exactly.
into. And I said that to say, just like everybody always say, prayer without works is dead.
Dead.
So if you praying for your relationship to work, if you praying for this, that, and the third to happen for you, but you ain't putting the effort into making those things happen, what you think gonna happen with it? Nothing.
That effort goes all the way back to our very first episode, communication. Because you have to say, look, I'm feeling this way. You know what I mean? This is how I'm feeling. I don't, if I can elaborate to help you understand why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling, I will do that. But a lot of people won't do that. They will just subdue those, whatever that is they're feeling, they'll just suppress it. You know what I mean? And then eventually it boils to the top. And you know what I'm saying? Now you done did something you wouldn't have normally have done.
Right.
Because you came out of yourself because you were trying to be somebody else for everybody else.
So what do you do? I know we're about out of time, and we may have to just continue this next time, have a part 2. But what do you do when you have communicated all that you communicate? Let's say you communicate
That's
for 2
when you
years.
go back to the episode that we just did.
Sabotage.
Snip, snip.
Right, so
Cut
communication
ties.
don't always work.
Yes, it does. Because now you have a clear understanding. That's what that communication and
People
understanding. You have a clear understanding that they are not going to do or give you what you are requiring, what you're requesting.
But you still have
So
people who
now
are
that's when you-
questioning.
Huh?
You still have people who are questioning, like,
Oh
they
no!
hit me
At
this
that point, you cut ties,
But the
man.
point you trying to make about you always communicating and being able to articulate, I can articulate it into
Exactly. So when you do that and they show you, that goes back to the prayer without action. You have sat down and poured your whole heart out, and they have not adhered to anything that you said. That's when they've shown you, I have none of your interest in my heart. You mean nothing to me. So if you were to leave right now, I'm gonna be okay. That's what you're telling me by not adhering to listening and coming to the table to compromise to find that amicable solution. Because at the end of the day, you gotta love once. You gotta love self first. If you don't love self, ain't nobody else gonna care about you, man.
True.
So you want to continue to keep talking when, because you asked the question, and what do you do when you've communicated that?
Yeah, because I know a lot of relationships will keep lasting where one person or the other still don't want to let go, even though they know that this person has, in every shape, form, or fashion, said, I'm not going to change for you. One person or the other, I mean, I know as women, we always think, well, maybe he's going to change. Maybe he's going to change. Maybe he's going to. And we'll stay in a marriage for 10, 20, 50 years thinking he's going to change. And when he do change, because he's too old to be doing anything else.
Well, and now you
know.
ready. But now
Right,
you ready.
now
You
I'm ready,
primed up and
but-
ready. And he like, man, I'm good, man.
Yeah, you done
know,
been
I
out and
ain't
done
with all
everything
that,
now,
man. I done
so-
been all out there. But look, man, we have enjoyed this topic. I like that, Miss Me. I think we need to table that and bring that back for our next episode. You know what I'm saying? So Y'all got that. Miss Me gonna bring us back. She gonna help us all the way through it. All right, well, until next week, man, or until next time, we bless the airways. Peace.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.